Now that your title slide's done, we want to create what will be the last slide of your presentation, the work cited, which will tell what all your sources were that you referred to in your presentation. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to need to add a slide to the end of your presentation. I'm just going to go to the slide menu and click New Slide. And there I do. I get a new slide. Okay. And I can look at my different layout options because there are indeed different layout options. But I'm not really seeing any that I like more than the one that I have. So I'm just going to stick with it. And remember, I did change my title font to bubblegum sand so that it wasn't that cursive type font. All right. So now back to the instructions. We need to title the slide Works Cited. Then it says to find your copy guide in your research project folder. So hopefully you still have that open from the last step. If you've closed it, go ahead and go to your research project folder and reopen it. And I'm going to come back here and I'm going to title this Works Cited. Okay. Wonderful. Now, this slide is not a slide that we are going to worry about things being big enough to read. That is not important to us, whether or not it's big enough to read. This is going to kind of be like the credits at the end of your presentation. You're not really going to talk about it. You're just going to flip it up at the end and say, here are my sources, essentially. All right. So the next step is going to be to copy each citation in alphabetical order, looking at the first word in each citation. And you're also going to add the intro topic article citation that you created for the Newsella article. So looking at these sources, it looks like I have one that starts with Miller, one where the citation starts with Igelnik, and one where the citation starts with the word generation. So knowing my alphabet, I know that G comes before both I and M. So the first one that I need to copy is this Generation Z one. So I'm going to press Control C and copy it over to my slide, Control V. All right, next, I'm going to come over and I'm going to get my next one. Next would be my I. One that starts with I. So I'm going to Control C to copy and Control V to paste. And then Enter to start a new line. And then I can paste Miller. So that takes care of my 3 required sources. And then there's the Newsella source that you have the option of using. Go ahead and copy that and paste it. And this one, the margins are not done. The indentation is not the same as the other ones. You need to fix that to make that the same. So what you're going to do is you're going to take and click up here where the blue arrow is on the ruler, and you're going to drag it to 0.5. And then you're going to click on the rectangle that's above the triangle, and you're going to drag that back to 0. And then it will have the same indentation. As everything else. So now that I have pasted all of these, there's a couple of formatting things I need to do. One formatting thing I need to do. I need to make sure, one, that I can read this whole list. So it's in size 12 font. Probably don't want to make it smaller than that. So if you need more space, you might need to make a second slide, but that shouldn't be necessary. So one thing you can do to get more on the slide is you can drag the text box outward so that the lines are longer. And then you also want to center your works cited title. And lastly, I want to make sure this is the same font as all my other body text in my presentation, so I'm going to want to change it to the right text. And bam, it is done. Okay, that concludes how to make your works cited slide.